this family vacation spot, Kim Jong-un's North Korea is encouraging more tourism with the opening of its new mountain spa and ski resort intended for people to enjoy, quote, high civilization under socialism. Bruce Klingner of the Heritage Foundation is also former CIA deputy chief for Korea, and he joins us now. We started reading about this morning, and we sort of couldn't believe that the North Koreans were putting, or Kim Jong-un was putting this out there as a possibility, given what hadn't happened to Otto Warmbier.
Right.
What are your thoughts?
Right. I'm not waxing up my skis quite yet to go there. Although there are no sanctions on tourism, the State Department still has very strong warnings, as well as travel restrictions on Americans going to North Korea, given what the regime did to Otto Warmbier and other Americans. So, but they're really appealing probably to Chinese and others in the region trying to gain money, because the U.S. and the UN sanctions on North Korea have been very effective in targeting the regime's finances.
People always go back to talking about what was the thing that happened that caused Otto Warmbier to be taken into custody in the first place, and he had taken down a sign. They said it was, I guess, going to be a keepsake or something like. We'll never know what the true story was, but this was the idea. It turns out you do get a briefing before you land in North Korea, and there's a long, I'm looking at it now, there's a long list of rules that you are supposed to follow. You can't take pictures. There are places where you're supposed to bow at specific statues, and they get to decide whether or not you're following the rules. Is it as dangerous for, say, Chinese tourists to go there as it was for, obviously, one American?
Well, I think they have more strict restrictions on Americans, and they're going to be more wary of them. Also, they can use Americans to make a point if the regime is trying to send a message to Washington on nuclear negotiations or others. Another American was sentenced to hard labor for leaving a Bible behind in the men's room at a bar. He was trying to proselytize and get it to North Korean Christians who are heavily persecuted. Every year, the State Department issues a human rights report where North Korea is usually the most heinous violator of even basic human rights. And the UN Commission of Inquiry back in 2014 concluded that the human rights violations were so systemic and widespread that they constituted crimes against humanity.
Yeah. What do you think about the resort itself? What are the odds that they make money off it? I mean, obviously, that's what he's trying to do. They're trying to attract tourists and boost some economics. But at the same time, they obviously have done terrible things in the past to tourists. Do you think he'll actually make money off this?
Well, it's hard to say. There has been an increase in Chinese tourists into North Korea, whether that's sort of at the direction of Beijing to try to be a way of getting around international sanctions by getting cash to North Korea via tourism. Also, there was a South Korea tourist venture in North Korea that was closed back in, I believe, 2008, when a North Korean soldier shot and killed an elderly South Korean woman. That's called Kumgang, or Diamond Mountain. So North Korea had lost money from that venture, so they're trying to compensate with other tourist ventures.
Seems like there are a lot of other places to go. Bruce Klingner, thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Thank you.